There is something unsettling about returning home knowing strangers have been staying here. My fortnight in France was laced with worry over the decision to Airbnb the house. So much so that twice I'd clambered onto the roof terrace of the farmhouse in search of mobile reception. Thankfully, there were no cries for help from them or my sister. Standing on the doorstep, I have the unnerving sensation that when I open my front door, I will find the family who rented it still inside. The mother, an attractive woman with an expensive-looking hairstyle, I recall from her Airbnb profile, will be at my butler sink, water slooshing over pale hands that hold a plastic beaker. Behind her, I imagine a child in a high chair, pudgy fingers pushing a strawberry into its mouth. At the breakfast bar, a father will be cutting slices of toast into soldiers, lining them onto one of my stoneware side plates, before carrying it to a girl of 3 or 4, who will count the pieces carefully with a fingertip. There will be music playing, talking and laughter, the sidestep of parents' feet as they avoid a toy car on the floor. All that noise and energy and movement that a family generates pulsing inside my house. My heart contracts. It should be my family. Pushing open the front door, I'm immediately aware that the air smells different. Something earthy and damp, mixed with the residue of someone else's cooking. The wind sucks the door shut, slamming it behind me with a startling clang. Then, silence. No one to call out to. No one to greet me. I drop my handbag onto the oak settle beside a pile of neatly stacked post. I glance at the bill resting on top, then look away. I slip off my shoes and walk barefoot into the kitchen. Sea and sky fill the windows. Even at dusk, the light is incredible. 2 gulls wheel carelessly on the breeze, and beneath them, the sea churns. This is why I fell in love with the house, which was originally a run-down fisherman's cottage that hadn't been modernised since the 60s. I read somewhere that the beauty of a sea view is that it's always changing. No 2 days are the same. I remember thinking the statement was pretentious, but actually, it's true. Pulling my gaze from the water, I scan the kitchen. The long stretch of granite surface is clean and empty. A note is tucked beneath the corner of a terracotta basil pot. In my sister's handwriting, I read, "Welcome home. All went well with the Airbnb. Pop over for a glass of wine when you're settled. Fiona. Kiss." I missed her and Drake. I'll go over tomorrow. Suggest a beach walk or a pub lunch somewhere with a play area so Drake can roam. Right now, all I have the energy for is taking a long bath with my book. I reach into the cupboard for a glass, and as I draw it towards the tap, a movement by my fingertips causes me to drop it, the tumbler smashing into the sink. A thick-legged house spider scurries from the broken pieces to take up a crouching position in the plug hole. I shiver. There's just something about the way spiders move, the jerkiness of all those articulated legs. With a sigh, I resign myself to the new task of removing the spider from the house. Catching it in a spare glass, I head for the front door. The flagstones are freezing as I climb down the steps barefoot, then wince as I pick my way across the gravel to the far end of the driveway. This bugger isn't getting back in. I set down the glass, then nudge it over with my toe, before hopping back. The spider remains motionless for a few moments. Then, with a flurry of black legs, it scuttles away. I turn back towards the house, just in time to see my front door catching in a gust of wind, slamming shut. No! I hurry across the driveway and grab the handle, yanking at it fruitlessly. My palms slam against the door. I'm furious with myself. My handbag is on the settle, my keys and mobile zipped within it, my jacket hanging from its hook. Idiot! Fiona is my spare key holder, but her house is a good half-hour walk away. I can't do it barefoot and coatless in November. I'll probably freeze to death before I get there. I look over my shoulder towards the bungalow that crouches beyond my house. It is the only other property on the cliff top and belongs to Frank.